The name Temba Bavuma is now on everyone's lips in world cricket. South Africa secured the World Test Championship with a 5-wicket victory over Australia.
Make history. Test. The ultimate result for the Proteas.
However, prior to this match, everyone believed South Africa's defeat was inevitable. Their tendency to falter at the last moment, a trait ingrained in their nature, ultimately led to their triumph. Many had branded them chokers. As Australia began to lose control, the Kangaroos ramped up their sledging. Known for their aversion to defeat, the Australians even taunted Bavuma's batting, labeling them chokers and claiming they could never win. Yet, Bavuma remained resolute. Despite enduring pain, he fought on and turned the match in his team's favor. With Markram's century steering them toward victory, doubts persisted. Like Hansi Cronje, Jacques Kallis, A.B. de Villiers, Sean Pollock, and Alan Donald couldn't escape the chokers label, a shadow that has long followed them. However, under Bavuma's leadership, South Africa clinched the Test Championship after 27 years, setting a historic record. The country is now enveloped in a festive atmosphere. After this victory, Bavuma grew emotional, reflecting on the divisive words they had endured. He expressed hope that this win has united everyone, and urged all to share in this joy together, hinting at the deep pain behind his words. Perhaps no one in the sports world has faced criticism as intense as Bavuma. For the past 2 years, he struggled with poor form and inconsistent performance. Despite being the captain of both the ODI and Test teams, he faced daily accusations of securing his position through racial quotas. Within the team, a divide between black and white players was evident, with unity existing only for the sake of the game. Before Nelson Mandela's rise, black individuals were treated worse than dogs by the white population. Whites, though only 7.3% of the population, controlled the 93% black majority and held most of the nation's wealth. Mandela's presidency changed this, transferring power to the black community. Yet white arrogance persists. Even with power in black hands, the influence of white people remains strong. In cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town, where whites reside, security is tight, while black areas face higher violence and crime, including drug trafficking, creating a starkly different world. Bavuma hails from such a black, poor, and middle-class area. His father emphasized discipline and education for his children. Born and raised in Langatown, Cape Town, Bavuma developed a passion for cricket from a young age. His street was relatively clean and safe compared to other black areas, though slums lay just beyond. He studied in a black school and practiced cricket daily with 2 friends, despite lacking a proper bat, driven by his love for the game. His life transformed when his family moved to Johannesburg, where government policies integrated black students into elite white schools. Joining a top school improved his English skills. Though only 5.3 feet tall and unsuitable as a bowler, his batting technique and patience led him to focus on that skill. He joined the Soweto Cricket Club, excelled under coach Jeffrey Toyana, and debuted in first-class cricket for Gauteng at 18. Representing the Lions franchise and later becoming vice-captain, he scored the highest runs in the 2012-13 South Africa A team, catching the national selector's eye. He debuted for South Africa in 2014 against the West Indies, becoming the first black African cricketer following Makhaya Ntini. His first century in 2016 marked him as the first black cricketer to achieve this, sparking hope for black cricketers. Even during the World Cup squad selection, Sports Minister Mbulela criticized Cricket South Africa for prioritizing only Rabada as a black African, noting the squad's lack of other black players, mostly brown-skinned. Cricket South Africa claimed a lack of talent, yet only 3 black players reached the final level, with Bavuma as captain, Rabada, and Keshav Maharaj of Indian descent. The board now seems serious about prioritizing talent, which could drive future successes. Despite reservations, black talent from South Africa remains scarce, while white players show more competition, making Bavuma an inspiration. He silenced critics with his performance, winning hearts with his game. Rising after every fall and enduring humiliation, he led his team forward. On the field, unity prevailed, though off-field harmony was absent, limited to strategy discussions with the coach and captain. The outside world views the South African team differently, with a clear black-white divide, though public criticism is avoided due to the dominance of black leaders and officials in a democratic setup. Bavuma manages this diverse team admirably. Reaching the final was a stroke of luck, facing intense criticism about tackling Australia's formidable bowling. However, subsequent failures kept him in the team due to the 2007 African National Congress sports policy mandating 6 black players, including 2 black Africans, in the 15-man squad. Critics labeled him a quota captain after replacing Quinton de Kock, who struggled with pressure. Every failure drew racial taunts, yet every success was hailed as an inspiration for black athletes. Bavuma used this criticism as motivation. Before the WTC, South Africa's path to the final was seen as lucky, with expectations of an India versus Australia final. Despite 2 years of poor form, Bavuma averaged 49 in this year's tests. Aware of the constant scrutiny and the claim that a black player like him wouldn't deserve a spot, he knew his reputation depended on performance. After collapsing on day 2 of the first innings, losing 5 wickets for 12 runs, it seemed Australia had won. Yet, Rabada's fierce bowling dismantled them. Chasing 282 in the second innings seemed daunting against Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood, and Nathan Lyon. But Markram's fight, followed by Ricketson and Mulder's dismissals, raised doubts. Captain Bavuma joined Markram, battling muscle strain, and continued the fight. Despite an early dismissal the next day, Markram persisted heroically. After Stubbs' exit, Bettingham partnered to secure victory, ending South Africa's 27-year wait for the championship. Post-victory, Bavuma celebrated with the WTC trophy in one hand and his son in the other, touring the stadium joyfully. He signaled a bright future for black cricketers and silenced years of quota-related humiliation with this triumph. Critics now believe the taunts will cease. Bavuma contributed 66 runs, fighting to lead his team to victory. Social media trolls turned into admirers. Despite the quota tag, he never shirked his responsibilities, fearless of criticism or humiliation.
Stay